Looking good. They're scanning for me. clear that up later. I'll find a use for you. Tasty. Need them soon enough. Good for an old remedy.
want to know what they were doing. May the sun light your way.
I'm tired. I've worked enough to last a lifetime.
At least you don't put on airs.
Red Maw has crushed all who hunted it. That's good enough.
Oh, that's nice. Glad I stopped for a bit.
I'm sorry for the wait, but all goods entering the city are subject to search.
This is outrageous. We're loyal citizens.
How long do we have to wait? What am I supposed to do? Just sit here and let everything spoil?
I thought Meridian was open to all Carja.
What happened to Ursa has nothing to do with us.
If I don't get my goods to buyers soon, they'll cancel the contract.
The sun's right.
If I don't get my goods to buyers soon... they'll cancel the contract.
What's going on here? Owen's in there, somewhere. And so's Erend, that other Outlander I talked to the night before the proving. Erend said he'd introduce me to his sister if I visited Meridian. Said she was captain of the Vanguard.
It's always the merchants.
Bob still has to put an end to the rebellion. Perhaps he's afraid.
Halt! Stop right there. In light of the recent attack, no stranger passes into Meridian without submitting to search.
Recent attack? What are you talking about?
The murder of Captain Ursa and her vanguards, of course. Ambushed by Shadow Carja forces in Redridge Pass.
Ursa? You mean Erend's sister is dead?
How would you know his name?
I know Erend. Summon him. I need to speak to him.
Ha! I doubt that Erend, the new captain of the Vanguard, a man in grief, is going to waste his time on a grimy outlander.
Aloy! Hey, you're alive! I thought you were dead. Make way, make way!
All the way to Meridian just to see me?
Have you been drinking?
Ah, not really. A little. So, you're alive. We should celebrate. The drink's on me!
We need to talk, alone, and you need to pull it together.
Over there.
So you approve?
Of course I approve. From now on, she may come and go from this city as she pleases.
As you wish, sir.
There. Alone as you asked. And what did you want to tell me?
A lot has happened since we last spoke. The Proving was attacked by a group of killers. Not many of us survived.
We were in the village when we heard explosions up on the mountain. Some of your braves came back, said most of the contestants were dead. I've never heard such a wail of grief as the sound that rose up from your people. How did you survive?
How I survived is less important than how I was targeted.
Targeted? What do you mean?
The killers came for me because of Olin.
What are you talking about? That doesn't make sense.
I need to find Olin. I need to know what he knows.
But he's a friend.
No, he's a traitor. I don't know who the killers are or what they want, but I do know that Olin is working with them.
But, I mean, this...
I don't need you to understand, Erend. I just need you to take me to him.
He's not here. He went scrounging for scrap and relics days ago. It could be anywhere.
Are there any places he frequents, places he returns to?
A house. Here in Meridian.
Okay, then take me there. I need to search it.
I guess. As long as I'm there to witness the search.
I heard what happened to Ursa. I'm sorry. I know she was special to you.
Special to me? Special to everyone. She always knew what to do. She bossed everyone around. She kept me in line. Now I'm supposed to fill her shoes. And instead, here I am, stumbling around in them.
I lost someone too. At the Proving, the man who raised me. His name was Rost.
That's terrible. Why is it every time something terrible happens, everyone else tells you the worst thing that ever happened to them, as though that makes it easier?
Yeah, why is that?
Anyway, there was something you wanted to tell me?
I need to see Olin's place. Now.
Okay, okay. Come on.
So many people here, all talking at once. How does anyone think?
I don't. I just drink.
That girl. Is she Nora?
Apparently they're letting anyone into the city these days.
Vengeance for Ursa! How long will Avad hide in his blood for blood? Vengeance for Ursa! How long will Avad hide in his palace? Year after year, why does he spare those who enslaved and tortured and butchered? Erend, you should want vengeance more than anyone. Your own sister, murdered, and her death, unavenged?
One more word, you scorched out slag, and I'll throw you in jail myself! Now get out of here, or I'll give you all a kick in the ass!
What did he mean about Ursa's murder?
Not now. I have nothing to trade.
Okay, how are we gonna get in? Oh, that was subtle.
Here we are. Try not to break anything. Other than the door.
All of this for one man.
It pays to have connections in the Sun King's court.
The corner of this rug is frayed, and the floor near it is worn. Let's see what's underneath.
Hey, how did that get here?
Question is, how to get through it.
Without a key, you won't. That's a vault hatch of Oseram make. Nothing gets through.
We'll see about that.
I don't think you're getting through that hatch.
Are you sure you're okay?
I'm sober enough, all right? I don't need another lecture.
That's not what I meant. I was talking about what happened outside, with the crowd.
I don't want to talk about that. We're here because of what you said about Olin, so do what you need to do.
Did Olin ever invite you in?
Nah. Closest I got was a doorstep to help him home after a night out. We drank a river that night, but I hold it well. Usually.
You said Olin has connections in the royal court. Does he know the Sun King personally?
No. He served the court as a scout sometimes and sold ancient trinkets to nobles, but he never had an audience with the king. If you're right, and Olin's into something dark, Sun King Avad has nothing to do with it. I'd stake my life on that.
I'll look around.
That's what we came for. Call it a day, girl. Wasting time.
A lot of metal here. Could be just what I need. Looks big and heavy. Could do a lot of damage if it fell down. Let's give it a little push.
I did say not to break anything, didn't I?
It looks like a picture of Olin's family.
晚安。
地平线真的很有趣哦，天啊！
Aren't you gonna see what's down there?
All right, back to it. A map. The glyphs show places he visited.
Serve and they live. Disobey, and I will open their throats and leave their corpses to prune in the sun.
They took his wife and child captive.
They? Who's they?
The killers. They told him to obey or they'd kill his family. Looks like Olin kept a journal.
Olin? I knew he could read contracts, but I never took him for a poet.
Huh?
No doubt now. Olin knew I was targeted.
没有吧？怎么可能会听到我游戏的声音？
哦，那为什么会有一些奇怪的
是
声音？
电风扇的声音吗？
哦，
你要听到一些呲呲的声音吧？因为就是电风扇的声音，不可能游戏声音我戴，我是耳机耶，它传到耳机里面耶。
There's your proof. Read the last page. He writes about meeting me and the order to kill me.
He called himself a friend. That backstabbing cheat. How did you learn to read glyphs? And these things that you see, how do you do it?
The focus. It reveals the unseen.
And Olin's focus, it's the same?
The device is the same, but somehow Olin and the killers can speak to each other with their focuses over distances. And see through each other's focuses too. Like looking through each other's eyes.
So that's how the killers saw you? Through Olin?
Yes, so far as I can tell. Now that I know where to find Olin, I should be on my way.
All by yourself?
Leave it to me. I'm faster on my own.
Wait. If that device lets you see the unseen...
Out of the way, Erend.
I'm asking you to help me, Aloy. I need to know who killed Ursa. Not just the Shadow Karja army, I know that, but the exact soldiers who did it.
I'm sorry about your sister, but that's your war, not mine.
Don't act like this isn't personal. You came here hunting the people who nearly killed you, who massacred your people. Why should you have justice and not me? Look, I'll head for Red Ridge Pass, where Ursa's body was found, and wait for you there. A few minutes of your focus is all I need. Don't make me beg.
Redridge Pass, you said. I'll see what I can do. Smells like nothing
You're an
I've ever smelled
outlander.
before.
Nora from the look of you.
Is that some
I
kind
bet
of
you're a
spice?
machine hunter too.
I've hunted my share.
Well, let me give you a word of advice. Don't bother with the Hunter's Lodge. If you're not Karja, you'll never rise in the ranks.
What's wrong with the hunting lodge exactly?
Nothing, if you like stuck-up bigots. I'm known as a skilled hunter back home in Banur, so I thought I'd try my luck at the lodge. I thought it'd be simple. Hunt machines, gain ranks, see who's best. But it doesn't work like that at all. It's all rigged to keep the Karja at the head of the line. I don't need those snobs to tell me I can hunt. I'm going home.
Are you saying that you have to be Karja to join the lodge?
No, they take other tribes. But they have rules in place to keep outlanders from gaining ranks. When Sun King Avad took over, he promised a new day, Meridian open to all. But it's a sham. Sure, you can get a seat at the feast, but you just can't eat the food.
Sounds like someone needs to shank things up at the lodge.
Maybe, but it isn't gonna be me. If you decide to go, be sure to give them a good old-fashioned Banuk farewell mark in my honor.
The Banuk farewell mark. What's that?
Piss on the floor. Preferably someplace they won't find it until it gets nice and sour.
These new Osram constructions. What eyesores. They just have no discernment.
Don't let your guard down.
这两天看那个参哥跟西夫在打恶魔灵魂，这两个拿到片子，然后过2-3天就破完了，这到底是很简单，还是这两个技术太好？傻眼。西夫更是一开台就破台，哈哈哈，超扯。
Hi there, Outlander. Name's Vilgun. Did you come to the city looking for work? Good shards. Enough to buy cars more becoming of your...
Okay, stop there if you want me to hear you out.
I only meant a well-molded woman such as you.
因为他毕竟也是虫子啊。
I heard an interesting rumor about a Banuk camp.
是没错。
玩过的应该。
还有西夫有，只是参哥好像没有。
That's all. Those Banuk are canny, too canny. I paid up front. Well, half up front. I've had no word back.
So now you're hiring someone to find the last men you hired.
They're a sunk cost. This rumor's worth more to me.
So is there any more to the rumor about this camp?
The last bunch just wanted to know about the reward. Hey, you're a smart one. This camp isn't even big enough for a name up where the snow won't thaw. They say the Banuk there live alongside machines. Peaceful as you like. Keep them, use them, sing to them. If it's true, if we learned how they do it, think how valuable that would be to all the tribes.
When you say valuable, you mean they'd pay you for it.
Girl, I'm not made of straw.
What can you tell me about the Banuk?
The Banuk women. Snow witches all. cold eyes, cold... They choose to live up there in Ban-Ur, in the ice. Trying to have a conversation, it's like chipping them out of the stuff. They prefer machines for company. That's why I'm putting my shards on this rumor.
Then they might not want outsiders to know about this place.
Their mystic act. No care for possessions, for luxuries. Pile of slag. Those people bargain harder than the winter frost.
Are you some kind of merchant? You don't seem to have any wares.
More of an explorer.
But you send other people to do your exploring.
All right, more of an opportunist. Girl. Nora girl. Huntress. We live in a world of opportunities. Risky opportunities. But why should risk stand in the way of a lucrative prospect for the likes of me? All right. I'm more of a gambler.
If I did look into your rumor...
You won't need to climb up the shoulders of the world for it. It's on the edge of Banuk land, beneath the anvil of the moon. And you look like you know your way around the savage east. The east. If it's true they walk among machines without fear in this camp, well, you can't miss that, can you? Payment
就说啦
on return.
那个就是炫耀文而已啊，大部分就是为了炫耀文。你说像网红是为了赚钱，然后一般人是为了炫耀啊。
假设你今天可以买得到首批的话，对你来说，首发有什么游戏你会玩吗？
我自选吗 ？P5 首发游戏、
P5 首发游戏，如果你
昨天就讲了、
说你会玩
Final Fantasy 嘛 ，7 嘛 ，Remaster 嘛，对不对 ？FF7 重置嘛，再不然就是魔物猎人嘛，尼尔。大概就这三个。
没有啦，我的意思是说，现在这一批首发的游戏里面 ，PS5 就是已经出了嘛。如果说你有机会说，或是假设有闲钱可以入手，你有什么游戏会玩吗？
你说以现在他出的游戏，然后。对啊。看高画质的魔物猎人吧。你有闲
P4的游戏对了。
对啊，用 P4，因为你就以之前它的效能的速度、速率跟东西内容，像我以 Devil May Cry 5，就是恶魔猎人5，它读取就是它读取快到是你要去按确认键直接调。就是过场，你实际上是快到是按确认键那种，而且像那种动作类型游戏，它在那个摇杆上的控制上会更细致一点。我有看那个谁，西夫玩 Devil May Cry 5，然后用维吉尔，维吉尔好像也是 PS5 才能用的角色了，不确定。看他用那个顺手感，觉得很不一样啊！它里面一些内建的小游戏，因为我看了觉得说，也比我你就觉得说有一种感觉不错的 feel 啊。但有闲钱当然是会想买啊，有闲钱一定是想买啊，对不对？现在就是你有闲钱，你不会想买 PS5， 然后去感觉一下它的速度吗？它速度是之前主讯算过是7倍，不对，不是主讯讲的，是那个资讯讲，它比 PS4 速度快上7倍。你光读取，你任何游戏都不用等虽然有热档那些问题，就先不讲。
You're Nora. I'm the mournful Naman.
那东西那么就是你知道这么细致，那真的来玩玩看。然后再加上像地平线啊、巫师这种 无痛升级版。
Wait, forgive me. You didn't come for reparations? Someone you lost to the Sun Ring?
No. I know about the Red Raids, but the Karja owe me nothing.
I see. Well, I could use the help of a strong-willed outlander. Then I would owe you very much indeed. These people seek to honor their loved, their lost, with their own voices, not mouthing Karja rituals to Karja.
现在在玩地平线，它会有人物模糊的问题。
While Meridian holds its breath for me
要等它跑完。
These robes only tie my hands.
What kind of obstacles?
The first pilgrim is an Oseram who seeks to visit the Shrine of Kings on the road to the city. He waits there now, forbidden to enter by an old sun priest who suffered no heathen. This Utaro lost her companion on the edge of the jewel, at a pool where snap moths gather. A shrine was built there to ward off the machines. Its effectiveness leaves much to be desired. And the Manuk would paint a mark on the sun's climb, called to the machine spirits, I understand. They need no beckoning. Glinthawks perch there, drawn to the spire's shining.
So, clear the machines out of 2 shrines and move a priest out of the other.
All I can ask for is your charity and that their stories are heard.
Naman, rituals and prayers can't bring back those who are lost.
No, but it can help those who grieve to find themselves. It can lend them strength and hope, like a new sunrise.
地平线，黑人跟白人，或是那个印第安人看起来都很正常，念出亚洲人那个脸怎么那么异常？太诡异了。
I didn't think your priesthood would ask outsiders for help.
If only the sun would set on our pride. Until this is done, I am no sun priest. To wear a red robe was an aspiration. I aspired. Now our hoods make us blind. We whisper reconciliation, but forget how the old king's priests sang the words and blessed the killing.
The killing? You mean the Red Raids?
Yes. And the sacrifices that came after.
Why did the priests go along with all that bloodshed?
Sometimes we Karja are more concerned with what is tradition than what is right.
Huh. Maybe the Karja and Nora aren't so different. You're disappointed with the Sun Priests, but you still wanted to be one?
I spent my whole life looking up to the temple. My brother's voice echoing in its arches. Even he couldn't turn me away, and how he tried. In the end. He said, when we were loved, our robes were dyed in cinnabar. Now they are stained in blood.
How so?
Our robes are handed down to us. Most of the old priests fled rather than be seen in the glare of a new sun. And so we are left to wear their sins. For me, at least, they hang heavy.
Where is your brother now?
He waits for me on the trail of the sun, I hope. He spoke out against the sacrifices. For a priest to question the Sun King's will, his punishment was worst of all. No, not lost. When I took on these robes, I found his memory.
I'll do what I can to help those in mourning.
To honor their memories is to honor us all.
哇，靠背。
你在打绘卷的吗？
对啊。
那就是顿悟的吧？
当然是顿悟的啊。
对啊，那有什么好？那有什么好他有什么好意外的？顿悟就是很难啊。
还是伙伴太软了。
都有可能啊。就像我上次说我在打那个黄泉有没有？黄泉雷神，对不对？我就觉得那个队友快被我气死了。
酒吞他也不会倒地啊，他刚才麻痹，整个麻住了，靠血怎么扣那么慢？速度不够，
伤害不够啊。 觉得你要打，你可以问凯源没有这些事，凯源自己也会就是随便刷，你们两个就会凑不在一起，就奇怪了。
应该大概也是这几天在刷一刷，可能就
换游戏了，
暂时放着吧。
我是已经先暂时放着了。武器也麻烦。
You're the one the Vanguard has been crowing about. The Nora who tracks criminals and traitors with her second sight. If only you'd use it to help me. A thief raided my home and took my brother's sword.
让对马战鬼可以玩很久啊，对马战鬼很有趣。
It was brazen and professional.
不然你也可以去买地平线，现在一个特价，好玩。
The thief went out through the window and scared the shadow off my steward. Otherwise, it would have been a clean getaway.
有些游戏方便都会暂停。
Why would someone steal the sword?
It's priceless.
可以暂停。
Made from the burnished
对啊，
antler
又不是
of
像
a
就是
landsword.
你可以临时去做一些事情，
Finely
可以去
inlaid
照
with
顾你女
stones
儿啊
all。down the...
Okay, I get it.
Forgive me. That's not even why it's important. The 12th Sun King gave it to my brother for his military service. He was killed in battle during the liberation. I was saving it for my nephew who's stranded at Sunfall with the Karja in Shadow.
How did your nephew wind up in Sunfall?
Most of the old clergy backed the Mad Sun King, so when he fell, they ran out of fear of retribution. As an honor guard to a venerable priest, my nephew had no choice but to go with them. Now that my brother is gone, my nephew is my heir, so that sword really belongs to him. And after all he's been through, I won't be able to look him in the face if I don't get it back.
I'll see what I can do about the robbery.
Have a word with my steward if you need to. He saw the thief escape. And listen, all I want is the sword back. Meridian, and my family for that matter, has seen enough strife already. If I can get it back, all is forgiven. No retribution necessary.
You saw the thief make a run for it?
My back was to the wall, you see? Wasn't expecting someone to crawl out the window. He ran past me, dressed in gray, clutching the sword. That's all I saw. By the sun, my heart nearly seized up.
The thief broke the lattice on the way. Drops of blood leading away. More blood. I'm still on the trail. Still more blood. The thief got trail ends here. But someone must have seen that thief.
Oh yeah.
Safe to sit here.
Did someone run past here, holding a sword?
Sure did. He grabbed some linen off the stand here and took off down the stairs behind you. He was bleeding, so maybe he needed a binding. Blast it! That was expensive cloth. I can't believe I paid for that thief's bandage.
Woohoo! 好痛啊!
If the thief came this way, there's only one way he could have gone. Forward. No sign of the thief. Someone must have seen him go by. Did you see anyone run through here? He would have been holding a sword.
Yeah. Almost crashed into me too. He ran down the parapet here and went down the lift. No way you'll catch him now. I didn't see a sword though.
He wasn't carrying anything.
Not a damn thing. Just ran like his ass was on fire.
The thief must have ditched the sword. But where? Maybe he had help. That merchant stall would have been a convenient drop-off.
Mm.
Went to the market, flipped on some fruit and chilled and laughed at me. That's a
It looks like the thief got away, but without the sword. I thought maybe he dropped it off somewhere. Like here, for instance?
What? No. I had nothing to do with this.
I guess we'll see when I get the city guard to toss your stall and question your customers.
Hold on. There's more to this. You've got a reputation for shining light in the darkness, so I know you'll listen. You're right. The sword was passed to me, and I passed it on to someone else. It's going to be sold, but not for profit. The shards will go to people in need.
You expect me to believe that?
I can prove it. Meet my friends at the watermill in the lower village. They'll explain everything. If they don't convince you, come right back with the guards. I'm not going anywhere.
It wouldn't matter if you did. I'd find you. But all right. I'll check out the watermill. Okay. Guess I should go to this watermill then to find out what's going on. That must be the spire. It's huge.
觉得地平线初2也是应该是也不错的选择，那游戏是真的不错，玩一代的感觉。难怪那么多人推巫师跟地平线，玩起来真的很有趣。不过我比较推地平线啊，比起巫师的话。
哦， 黎明那比较好一点。
比较好一点。因为巫师就是 RPG 都会遇到一些问题啊，而且它的喝水系统跟一般的喝水系统不太一样，它是慢慢回的那一种，所以你不能就是快死的时候瞬间灌药就血回一半，没有，那个是你喝了，然后你要等秒数，慢慢回，所以你要一边闪。光这一点其实很不方便，你在打怪的时候，在围棋的时候。
I never got lost like this in Mainspring.
Fairest prices for machine parts under the mesa. No tithes to the Sun Court. Not like those greedy snarls upside.
She's not interested in taxes.
I know what she's not interested in. As I was saying, no better offer for snap mall lenses. I'd give my oath on it.
By the sun, don't start spitting in your palm. Huntress, I apologize on behalf of my partner. Silent partner.
Silent partner?
If the sun would only grant my prayers. Never mind snap more lenses, Huntress. There's no market for those. A long leg lens, though, you'd be well rewarded for.
So which,
No market for a snap mall lens is good, strong stuff. You can hammer it into anything.
Where do you think we are? Some trading post with sawdust on the floor? This is Meridian. We have culture.
I know culture. Just the other day I was watching the hunting trials.
Oh, great sun, lend me the strength of midday.
The sun's baked your head if you think we'll shift long leg lenses at a time like this.
Hello?
I've told you as many times as the spire is tall, craft and artisanship is who we are.
Craft doesn't win a war or keep the machines from your farms. What you need is good, old-fashioned, plain...
Oh, yes. Old-fashioned, plain hammered work. If ever something glittered, you'd throw it back.
If Karja had built that elevator, they would have stopped at a good-looking shaft.
All those years of delving, and you never found a sense of humor.
Enough!
Well?
They're a blunt people, the Nora.
Why do you two even work together if you can't agree on anything?
It's a symbolic gesture.
No tithes to the Sun Court, like I said in the beginning, Renine.
Just tell me which part you want.
A long leg lens.
A snap-ma lens.
Fine. I can see that you're busy.
Wait! You drove her off. Snap-ma lens, what do you say?
I drove her off? That's rich. Listen, Huntress, long leg lens.
Hunters, scroungers, bring us your medals.
Scroungers? What kind of brutes are you trying to attract?
We were agreed. I do the calling, you do the counting.
I wouldn't say agreed.
I don't complain about your counting, other than it takes too long.
I wouldn't have to check it twice if you'd stop droning in my ear.
I've got all the best goods here.
Won't find better wares.
These aren't goods, they're necessities.
The Sun King is too lenient with these Oseram bootlickers. He'll regret it one day, sure as the sun's rising.
Yeah.
Hardy little plant. You'll help.
那个有软体去做的啦。我要。
I was told to expect you, Aloy. I suppose you want answers. Well, it's not complicated. We collect valuable objects from people who don't need them, sell them for shards, and use the money to help the needy at Sunfall.
You mean you steal?
If you want to call it that. From hogs who've had their turn at the trough for generations.
Ravon didn't seem like a hog to me.
He stinks just like the rest of them, of wealth and contentment, while people beneath him suffer.
Who exactly gets the shards at Sunfall?
Not the bastards in the fortress. We use the shards to make sure the poor in Shadowside get to eat, or bandage their wounds. They only went west because they had to. Trust me, I know. My wife was chained up with a bunch of servants and herded with them. They starved to death, still bound together.
Oh. I'm sorry.
So am I.
Where's the sword now?
Safe. I haven't sold it yet.
What do you expect me to do now? Walk away?
I was hoping you'd help us. They say you can track like a stalker. Well, my partner Nassan disappeared near the branded shore. He was bound for Sunfall, along with an entire shipment of food. If you found that, you'd be helping a lot of people.
I'll consider it. But only if you return the sword to Ravon.
I knew you were gonna say that. Fine, I'll return the damn blade. Nassan was supposed to meet his contact at an old campfire on the fork near the branded shore. Start looking there. But be careful. Lots of machines out there, and lots of Shadow Karja. And not the needy kind, but they're tormentors.
Don't ask me where to go if you're lost. I'm a guard, not the town crier.
我操！这是在开我玩笑，太远了吧？
应该航域吧。不要啊！不要啊！
短线
I'll take
啊
that！away.
嗯，诶，不是断线了吗？刚刚不是显示说
放电？放电？
就连上了不是吗？
啊。
I'm out.
吓我一跳！ 怎么会是这样？
Can't be too prepared. This is where the Otaru wanted to say her goodbyes.
太奇怪了吧！看，为什么一下有连上，一下没连上啊？发生什么事啊？我说那个 PSN 啊。
that for later.
When we fled from our cages during the liberation, I tore through this clearing, thinking my friend was behind me. I kept running, but here she remains. Thank you for making it safe for me to return.
I don't want to rush you, but it won't stay safe for long.
I understand. I've done this before in waking dreams. In the pool, I'll find the bracelet of seeds she dropped when she fell. The seeds will be split, escaped, grown wild. She's passing from my memory into the jungles. I'll tell her it was I who died here and became a stranger in our own land, and she who still lives in every time of planting, of rains, harvests.
What is it?
There. Her bracelet. And I thought she was behind me. But there's only my reflection.
Do you need to be alone?
For the first time, I am.
These are helpful. Bitter, though. This must be the sun's climb, where the Vermeer wants to paint his mark.
You were a better hunter than I. I'll paint the mark while the spirits of the Glinthawks linger.
There'll be more where they came from.
Yes, there will always be more machines. Their spirits find new bodies, but we only last as long as memory. That's why I must leave this story. A monument to our vanished shamans, to the wisdom the Karja bled from us. The machine oil in the paint will preserve it. Preserve their memory against all that was cut away. You have my thanks, Hunter.
Now, what were you doing out here?
Should be out there fighting
This must be the
machines,
Shrine of
not
Kings that
pacing
Milan
around
told me
here.
about.
Every time I go near the statue, he shouts.
You won't get in there. That dried-up old prune in a robe sees to that.
I can be persuasive. But what does an Oseram want with a Karja shrine, anyway?
It reminds me of someone. Gone 2 years now. But what does a girl like you know of loss?
Try me.
I had a lover. Worked on monuments to their bastard king. Then he gave them a show in their sun ring for good measure. The Karja gave me back his broken bones, but what use are they? They won't build again. They won't make me smile.
And seeing a statue of the Mad Sun King will?
I need to see his work again. The marks his hands carved. The set of the metals they hammered. That's the soul of him. But that shriveled up old priest won't let me near it.
I'll see what I can do.
Every time I go near the statue, he shouts at me.
Oseram slaves built that thing. We deserve to have a look.
It may have been meant for the Mad Sun King, but it's ours now.
It's a public monument, not his private shrine.
Turn away, child. The abiding Jahaman wishes to be alone in his retreat.
If you want to be alone, go someplace else. Others want to pray here.
Defile it, you mean? Yet another debasement of what was once pure. Truly, our tribe has lost the light. Our king is false, our temple is corrupt, and our soldiers weak. The sun hastens across the sky for shame.
So the Karja have become impure? What does that even mean?
Is Meridian not meant for those who built it, who made it great? It was pure before Outlander squatters took it over.
You mean Meridian was pure when the outsiders were in cages or dying in your arena?
The sun is pure, child. It is not our place to question its divine will, only to act upon it.
I thought Avad taking the throne was the sun's will.
The boy dishonored his father, dishonored us all. To kill the Sun King. What shadow, what twilight time he brought upon us.
And how many more would the mad Sun King have killed if Avad hadn't stopped him?
The sun called for blood. There was no choice but to obey.
You called the temple corrupt, but aren't you one of its priests?
They call themselves sun priests, but they have no authority. Youths and sycophants all. Yet those who gave their whole lives to the sun's service are shamed and ignored.
So that's what this is. A tantrum? A cry for attention?
You know nothing of our rights, and yet you dare to insult me.
Why do you think your army is weak? Because you're not at war with everyone?
A Karja throne relying on forged dirt mercenaries? Preposterous! The so-called liberation was nothing but a purge. Our most blessed warriors, chased out of the city, exiled to Sunfall and the Forbidden West. Our tribe is torn. The ones who walked in light now go by shadow.
And yet everyone but you seems happy they're gone. I'm done arguing with you. Stay or go, but I won't allow you to keep others away.
I am here by the will of the sun.
If you won't accept change, you should try to make peace with it. Your bitterness has poisoned you.
I have no need of your pity.
I wasn't offering it. But if you step aside, you can keep your pride, since it's so important to you.
There'll be a reckoning.
You'll back away from it.
Look, I've got a pair of sturdy Oseram hands. I know how to put them to use. They'll always be work for me. Wake asleep. Found my bed from a Karja. Just like... Is it just me, or...
He gave them the best work he'd ever do. And look at it now.
They defaced it because they hated what it stood for.
They defaced a thing slaves like him lived and died for. Slaves they've already forgotten. Short-sighted bastards, the lot. If they thought their son set off this bridge, they'd jump after it. I thank you for honoring my wish.
I hope you can find peace.
I wouldn't know what to do with it, any more than the Karja do.
Watch out for the Oseram merchants. They'll soon cheat you as look at you. The word peasants and travelers? Feral machines? Scared of their own. No, I'm awake. How many shadow cards look like this? Must have been a lot to take. Be on your way, Nora. The sunshine always makes me feel like I can do anything.
I have a matter of grace and beauty I would like to discuss with you.
See for yourself. You can't beat it. Won't find better wares.
Would you like
Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family, but I'm not choosing.
So you've come back to the temple.
I was invited back. The priests wanted to hear what I had to say about reconciliation with the other tribes. They're listening. At least they've begun to listen. There's a distance between ears and heeds.
Because of what we did?
What you did.
It was for the mourners. I think it helped them.
You set them on the path. You can't know what their journeys hold. Such is the priest's lot. Perhaps a red robe would suit you.
Not me. Besides, your temple doesn't even take women.
We would be richer if we did. Go in light, my friend, and let the sun cast your way.
Thank you, Naman. Where I'm going, I could probably use all the light I can get.
Can I interest you in a reasonable share of a lucrative opportunity? You'll sell me their services. No questions asked on my part.
This is the Hunter's Lodge. Only members and invited guests are allowed in.
How do I get invited?
You've come all the way from the Savage East, right? You must have come across some of our hunting grounds. Each one has a set of hunting trials. If you pass a trial, you get an award called a half-sun. Win 3, and I'll let you in. Now off you go.
losing keep. Helpful. I spoke to Kren. He told me this is a hunting grounds where you offer tests of skill.
Poor Kren. Not the best hunter, but at least he keeps his chin up. You bear the mark of a seeker. I've heard of those, but never seen one. You have the Matriarch's leave to come and go as you like from the sacred land?
Yes, but I would have gone even without their permission.
Is that so? Then maybe you and I can speak plainly. Truth is, I've had dealings with the Carja. I represent an organization called the Hunter's Lodge in Meridian. We test promising young hunters with trials at places like these. You might be just the kind of person we're looking for. Why don't you sample the trials and see? Just to be clear, though, I'd appreciate it if you kept our conversation in confidence, especially when it comes to the matriarchs.
You're not supposed to be here, are you?
No. My friend and I left the sacred land and returned. The matriarchs wouldn't approve, to say the least. We're hunters at heart. Left because we wanted to find new herds and new machines. That's why the Hunter's Lodge appealed to us. But the Carja wouldn't have us if they knew we were Nora, so we wore Carja clothes when we brought our marks to them. After a while, it felt like we were caught between worlds. Not quite Carja, not quite Nora. We started to miss home. So we came back and set up our own hunting grounds.
You think it'll work? Staying here without the Matriarch's permission?
I'm not sure. But we don't believe in their rules. There's a big world out there, and ignoring it doesn't help anyone.
Tell me about the trials.
The Hunter's Lodge hosts hunting ground trials throughout the world, each offering hunters a chance to test their skills.
What do I get for completing them?
Pride in accomplishment, as well as marks, depending on how well you fare. Here, we offer the tools trials.
What kind of tools?
Hunting isn't just about your bow. It's about using everything available to you, even your surroundings. You'll see once you start taking the trials.
What is the Hunter's Lodge?
It's a group of hunters who compete to bring down the mightiest machines in the land, run by the Carja in Meridian. You can see it yourself if you win 3 half-suns from the hunting grounds. Just to warn you, though, they're not fond of Nora. Take your pick. Which trial interests you? I'll give you the details. Ready to choose your trial? Test your skill with bow and arrow by shooting parts off the backs of grazers as quickly as possible. I like that one. Slide down a rope and I'll start timing.
That's coming with me.
我的恩宝之类。我才猜。
How'd you? First time, and you win a blazing sun. You're good, even for Nora. This trial tests your ability to use the environment to your advantage. Shoot log piles to make them fall, crushing machines below. Remember, you can use explosions from your blast sling to scare machines into fleeing where you want them to go. Use your blast wire and Carja tripcaster to bring down grazers. I'll be timing you. Explosions scare them, so you may want to use your blast sling to drive them into your traps.
I should go.
Come back when...
对吧？五六月，你好，他结果怎么才4个人？对啊，怎么才4个啊？你成果影片都会找比较多人的啊。耶，还行。啊，他们5、6月是在这里啊，就是这样啊。等一下就看到妹妹班的。
Would you like to give it another go? This trial tests... Perfect. I'll start timing when you start down a rope.
Hi.
有听到？
有，有没有听到？今天特别早。
刚听到欣姐的声音，但是我没看到她进来。
你听到我声音吗？
我听到你的声音啊，只是我没有显示你进来。
你不觉得今天特别早吗？
你今天对啊，我知道你早上那个好像8点就有开台了，开那个了吧？
我先请假，告诉你不录，有点中暑。
这东西怎么骑这么？我操！哦，这样。我操，超难逃！
喂，老板。
哎，老魏也进来，我什么都没看到讯息啊！
干，梁真武真的够鸡掰了。干不是他妈的，不知道我们在等他有啦。
没有，他也才可是我刚刚看他好像也才刚上线可以打。
妈的，你不讲，操！关系。算了，打动物。
屁啦！
没打什么？
看着，不然来打一些活动器材，哪些活动器材就。
奇怪，他们两个进来完全没有任何提示，然后听到声音啊，靠北。
哎，我看一下我还有什么外观装备没做。
1级的。我想说奇怪，新旗舰怎么在？
I'm already gone.
没那么严重吧？你不是说你好一些？
去喝黑松沙士加盐。
那你们加盐沙士就好了。
对啊。这是我们的退火配方，你可以试试看。应该中南部都有类似的都有类似，北部不知道，中南部应该都有这种奇特的饮品，也不是奇特啊，就是消暑的一
种饮品。没有，是我就直接喝青草茶。
不得不说，喝汽水那个喝黑松沙士加盐真的很有用，超诡异的。
工会成果这是剑术大师的那一套吧，有点像。
对啊，是剑术大师那一套。
哦。
First time.
只不过女角不是，就是有点可惜。
Use your blast wire and card your trip cap. Explosions scare them, so you hope you enjoy it.
来。
好像大部分我想做的都做了。
那不想做也做一做啊。
那就有点太多了。
我当初也是这样啊，做一做就发现，哎，干真好爽哦。这样。
哎，OK，你等一下10点才开始打魔物。
对啊。你们先玩啊。
Now they're hunting me.
来，老魏，看要开什么都可以。
那就黑龙加黄黑龙加名次吧，简单的。
唯一加冰纣王。
没有，那个是那个啊，三幻神啊，在 PC 版上的三幻神。
3级神。可以啊，那我要来打黑龙了。2个人。对啊。来，先看了。不要。
可以啦，可以啦。
没办法啦，干。
相信自己的实力，对不对？
不用补血就对了。不然，哎，我看一下我们几个新的调查任务，但这些调查任务都有点大。调查任务要，也是可以。大黑龙。那这样，我用无耻的讨伐黑龙。好啊。那你给我个帅的，可以啊。只能猫一次，对不对？2猫吧。哎，3猫。还好。
但这怎么那么麻烦？
就2个人，那就 OK 了，还好了。
不行，重来。
你要对自己有信心。我要拿太刀吗？还是拿什么刀比较好？你打得顺就好啊，反正我一定拿弓了。
拿杀千刀。
阿法。
那你有看到星期他们进来吗？
我没注意，我刚才看电脑。
我觉得没注意到他们进来，然后就
帮我拿散弹。
而且我也不知道能带几个。
我干，谁的我是狗腿？
我要放在6分钟就要来了。那就要6分钟把它解决。好吧，
不分打。
现在才吃饭啊！
干，你刚刚在等一个王八蛋吗？妈的！你是可以先吃啊，我可以等你。没有，因为我不知道他说几点，然后他说哦，好吧9点。我再看去看再找。不讲。哎呀，
黑色星期五为什么会有黑色星期五购物节
？Black Friday。布莱克 Friday。
应该被丢包。
最后生存者。
啊，最后生还者。
有点悲剧。
打对折，骨折，
打到骨折，还有人要买。
最后生还者哦。你其实他就是怎么讲？一代是剧情很好啊，动作也很好；2代是游戏性很好，但是剧情不好。但如果说你先玩2代再玩1代就还好。
就先玩二代再玩1代。
对，因为其实2代烂的是剧情的莫名其妙，但是游戏性跟内容性，其实你撇除掉剧情的话， 它的东西是真的不错的，可玩性很多。
哦。
但其实干森连连，但还是有很多人有玩的、啊。但玩过一代的会，如果说你对一代的那个主角就是乔尔你对他有很深的感触的话，那你会对2代的处置方式你会觉得很痛苦，你会觉得很不高兴。那是发泄的根源。然后2代剧情真的是莫名其妙的，真的。
真的。
完了，我什么讯息都看不到啊！干。
真假的？我是有看到没有看到。
我有看到啊。
我什么都没看到。你们回去看我，你们真的有疑惑，你可以看我直播，真的什么讯息都没看到。我现在听到超人大声音了，我要干什么？竟然3个人了，完全。
这是被那个通知被关掉了。
真的没法关啊。
I have to go.
轻松。
然后你有办法赚吗？
赚，
身上没石头。干，这附近有石头。我去底下通道捡的啦。飞上去没有？我打一个下来。可是感觉来不及。
按错了，靠背。立马独挡，刚本人拆掉一个不错的东西，击败。
连续飞扑，别喝水好了。那种，
不知道还在不在？
这里就不好撞了。现在应该可以撞得起，你敢？这样还扫得到？
超人大，最后生还者那个卡尔加猎人弓就是一般的弓箭，他后面会可以再买更强的弓吗？还是就这一把而已啊？
后面还有啊，
现在拿这把觉得莫名其妙。
靠背，撞，不是，他直接把那个石头给转个身就把它弄掉了。那没办法，那没办法。只是说虽小而已。对啊，我想要一转说干。为什么？我们要在他那个范围内也是被控到。减肥老是喜欢用那个小猫拳。
OK。
快点！干，这有时候手把延迟，刚刚连技没连到。
去买 PS5 的手把啊，不行 ，PS5 的手把不能连 PS4。